Hello students, this is Miss Nishu and this is your simple interest lesson. So the objectives of this assignment is students will be able to calculate simple interest using the simple interest formula. So some background terminology that you need to know. Interest is money paid regularly at a particular rate for the use of money lent or for delaying the repayment of a debt. So it's either money you have to pay or money that you will earn. Principal is the amount of money that you invest or that you borrow. And the term or the time is the time frame the money is invested or borrowed. Let's talk about simple interest. The formula for simple interest is I is equal to PRT, which means the amount of interest you'll earn or will have to pay is equal to the principal times the rate times the time. So let's take a look at this first scenario. You invest $5,500 in an account that earns 5% interest for 5 years. How much simple interest will you earn? So you need to apply the formula that's listed over here. I is equal to PRT. So the principal is $5,500. The interest rate is 5%, so that's 0.05 as a decimal, and for 5 years. When you multiply that, the answer is $13.75. Let's take a look at number 2. You invest $5,500 in an account that earns 5% for 5 months. How much simple interest will you earn? So this is months, which is a fraction of a year. So my suggestion is that you deal with months first in the formula, the time first. So it'd be 5 divided by 12 because there are 12 months in a year times 5,500 times 0.05. So let's do that out on a scientific calculator here, or any calculator. Okay. So in this instance, we're going to do 5 divided by 12. Leave the number in the calculator, then multiply by 5,500 and then 5%. So 5 divided by 12 equals times 5,500 times 5%. So the answer is $114.58. Remember to round, so if this third number is 5 or above, you're going to give this a shove. It's not, so it remains 58 cents. And so $114.58. Let's try number 3. Do this on your own and pause this video as you work on this alone. Now this is for 50 days. How many days are there in a year? It's 365. Do the time first. 50 divided by 365 equals times 5,500 times 0.05. So your answer should be $37.67. Number 4, you invest $5,000 in an account that earns 5% for 6 years. How much simple interest will you earn? Apply the simple interest formula. Please show your work. Remember, I is equal to PRT. What is the principal? 5,000. What's the rate? 5%, so it's 0.05. What's the time? 6 for 6 years. So when you multiply, 5,000 times 0.05 times 6 is equal to 1,500. Let's try number 5. You invest $5,000 in an account that earns 5% for 6 months. This is 6 months, which is a fraction of the year. So when that happens, do the time first, and please show your work. How many months in a year? 12. 6 divided by 12 times the principal times the rate is 125. Let's try number 6. You invest $5,000 in an account that earns 5% for 60 days. How many days are there in a year? 365. That's a fraction of a year, so do that first. Do the time first. 60 divided by 365 equals, leave the number in the calculator, times 5,000 times 0.05 is $41.10. Okay, let's move on to number 7. You invest $8,000 in an account that earns 8% for 8 years. How much simple interest will you earn? Remember, I is equal to PRT, the principal times the rate times the time. So it's 8,000 times 0.08 times 8 is 5120. Number 8, you invest 8,000 in an account that earns 8% for 8 months. This is a fraction of a year. Do this first. Do the time first. How many months in a year? 12. 8 divided by 12 equals times 8,000 times 0.08 is $426.67. Number 9, you invest 8,000 in an account that earns 8% for 80 days. How many days are there in a year? 365. This is a fraction of a year. Do this first. 80 divided by 365 equals times 8,000 times 0.08. Your answer is $140.27. Okay, so let's do this last one. You invest $2,000 in an account that earns 2% for 2 years. How much simple interest will you earn? Remember to apply the simple interest formula. Interest is equal to the principal times the rate times the time. What is the principal? 2,000. What's the rate? 0.02 for 2%. And what's the time? 2 years. So you multiply those 3 items and your answer should be $80. Hopefully you've learned something. Thank you for listening. If you need any help, please reach out to me. Take care.